Nights slow, is slow, my eyes twitch, my ears itch, no tips, I am licking my lips, I hear it inside, I open my eyes, I know I can hide, something is moving, I swear it's not me, I'm open blocked. Is still penetrating. Roll back and sway. Deep in way. I'm losing my life. My son and my wife. I am begging you, please. You got what I need. Oh God, you hear it again?
We're shit. He's waking up.
Corner demon coming alive. Crawling up the walls, better open your eyes. Empty your wallet, open your ears. I got 2 big bills and a bucket of tears.
I have a successful business. I'm happy doing what I do. Next month when I get paid, it's gonna be like way low compared to what I get paid from YouTube. I am nervous. I'm too stressed out. I'm already at my wit's end. I got a million things I'm juggling to try to make happen. There's just too much going on right now in my life.
It's not my fault. I did nothing wrong. Watch me explode. Like a big member bomb. Try to ruin my business, but I am a success. I got a finance degree and a pile of vests. Did you see that thing that was up in the corner here?
We're shit. He's waking up.
Corner demons coming alive. Crawling up the walls, better open your eyes. Empty your wallet, open your ears. I got 2 big bills and a bucket of tears. I am Satan Burnell. I'm changing my name to Lucifer Satan Burnell from now on.
Is it the end of days? Is it the end of the world? Is it the second coming of the son of Satan?
Satan has come for me!
Stop it,
I am Satan. Hail Satan. Coming for you, Sister Catherine.
Heal thyself, heal Satan, loving tonight.
Satan is evil.
Worship, one side looking for God, one side looking for Satan, flashing.
Yes!
Your dad is Satan.
Satan. Kill him! Kill the demon! Rip its head off! Shove it up its ass! In the corner!
Satan lives in her pussy.
Here it is, demon child, on the floor. Burn in hell, Burnell. And now I'm gonna burn in hell for the rest of eternity. Wow, that's really chill vibes. Nice, soothing tone. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready as the soothing sounds of ESP Gaming come to you live. Renton, Washington. Here today on YouTube. So, here we go. People have seen that when I'm playing Street Fighter 6, the ranked matches, it's people trying to play their absolute best. Basically, it's a lot of stress. It starts to fall apart. I start freaking out. I don't know why I got hit. I don't know why that's hitting me. The blood pressure pumping up could do a simple move. Body's hot, the adrenaline, I didn't know what to do. My agitation makes me want to keep going, right? And that's gonna spell disaster. It starts to fall apart. So here's a comment left directly on last night's video of M. Bison gameplay as I continued to, grind. I was doing good, but there's issues that arise when I'm playing, right? I think this might actually lead to a direct change to when I play Street Fighter that actually is going to be for the best, both for me and for the viewers. So this is what I mean about getting truly constructive feedback, is that it really can help and change things for the better. So here we go, ready? To take a breather, to blink like this, to be natural, to be human, instead of being a robot mashing through a bunch of matches back to back. Honestly, let's get the blood pressure down, get the adrenaline down, recuperate, blink, right? Hydrate in the eye, hydrate in the mouth, hydrate everything, and and then come back. You should take breaks every 2 matches or so.
You better take a sip, you fucking sleazy asshole.
Hey, bud. When you're mad, remember, chill. Hey, bud. When you're mad, remember, chill.
I don't know if when I'm playing fighting games, if I'm blinking or not, because I'm focusing on the fighting game. The game has this really vivid color scheme, explosions and everything. When that's happening, I gotta take a break. I was saying my eyes. It starts to fall apart. The logic betrays you. My eyes start to bug out a bit. My eyes start to burn. My eyes had started to have issues. I didn't know what to do. I have purchased eye drops, 2 different kinds. This one is Refresh Optive. Oh my God. I was gonna tell you what the active ingredient is, but I don't think I can read that word. It's got more syllables than I think the fucking dictionary has in carboxymethylcellulose sodium. Carbethylmethylcellulose sodium. Glycerin. Take a breather. Blink like this. To be natural, to be human. Instead of being a robot mashing through a bunch of matches back to back. Honestly, let's get the blood pressure down. Get the adrenaline down. Recuperate. Blink. Right? Hydrate in the eyes. Hydrate in the mouth. Hydrate everything. And then come back. You should take breaks every 2 matches or so.
You better take a sip, you fucking sleazy asshole.
Hey, bud. If I'm chill, please. See you.
Big ups, everybody. This channel's back. This channel's back in action. It's been a while. It's been about almost 2 entire months, I guess. This move has been consuming my life and still continues to consume my life, but moved over to a new place. Real happy about it. Big ups. Thanks for coming out to this absolutely meaningless stream. But thanks for coming out, everybody. Big ups Meth Bear. Big ups Game Master. Big ups Monokuma. I've got the brain rot for you. Big ups Das Carrot. Big ups to Pasta Maker. Big ups Down from the Disposal. Big ups, guys. Really happy you guys are all here. Not going to do much tonight, although I did want to take a couple of minutes and kind of cast my predictions into DS Politics, as it were, because DS Politics is coming tomorrow. Yeah, it's the guy. What's up, Visible Dimwit? What's up, Tuna Sandwich? Happy to be back. Everything survived the move except for the proprietary HDMI cable for my 3rd tablet screen. So waiting on that, but I've got 2 screens, so I'm ready to go. We're going to catch up on some clips, and I'm actually going to visit some DSP Gaming shorts because I was thinking about his shorts recently and how dumb they are. But being that DS Politics is going to start soon, let's get into these videos in order. Big ups Atlas for your Atlas the Clip Keeper channel. Thank you. You are doing the Lord's work. Let's go.
Atlas, in the hot seat.
Give myself a little bit more game
And
here.
Atlas.
That's better.
Goes by the name of Atlas the Bookkeeper. How you feeling, my friend?
Today is Wednesday, the 6th of November, 2024. For some, today
Yeah, I hate proprietary
is
cables.
literally
They suck.
the worst case scenario, absolute, over the top, destroyed, cooked, we're all over, apocalyptic day, the worst day ever. But for others, today is a day of grand celebration. There's dancing in the streets, rejoicing.
Okay, why would you say this? Why would you say this? This is a dumb thing to say. There's no analysis, no synthesis, no nothing, no prescriptions. Just don't say this. This is empty conjecture. All right, moving on.
Champagne bottles are being popped. People are backflipping in delight, right? It's amazing how people have completely polarized, particularly here in the United States, because last night Donald Trump retook
Exactly to
the
Pasta
United
Maker.
States presidency.
He's talking just to talk. And the thing is, I would say I'm going to do my best not to fence sit here. I'm going to make my politics very well known because I think it's a cuck move to discuss politics and not at least make your personal politics well known. I am very left-leaning. I do not like Trump. I do not like Biden. I do not like Kamala Harris. I do not think any politician does nearly enough for the people. I think that's something we can probably agree on, that no politician does nearly enough or nearly what they should for the people. That being said, shout outs, I think not voting is the worst thing you can do. I think you should vote your conscience, vote your politics. If your politics are pro-Trump, man, vote that way. Go ahead. If your politics are anti-Trump, vote that way. Go ahead. If you're pro-Harris, anti-Kamala Harris, vote that way. Go ahead. But the way DSP is presenting this is completely disingenuous. It's like he's shotgunning because he wants to be the guy to comment on politics without exposing any of his own, but while trying not to expose any of his own politics. In essence, in a way, he does expose his own politics because the way this monologue, I can't even call it a dialogue or conversation because he's not responding to the chat, he's not responding to anybody, but the way this monologue is leaning, it sounds like he's a little bit pro-Trump to me, which is fine, but I think the cucked behavior comes from him being so obviously like pro-right and not having the stones to say it, which is what bothers me about this whole thing here.
This has been the most unlikely whirlwind.
Okay, the pasta maker. I'm going to point this out. The pasta maker says he lives in a blue state, dude. It doesn't matter. So why vote? Vote because it's your civic duty, dude. I believe it is everyone's civic duty who can vote to vote. That is what makes this country great. That is absolutely one of the best parts of living in a like westernized free society is that you can vote. Votes do matter. You want to, it's not about your candidate winning or losing necessarily. You should vote for the candidates you would rather win, but it's more about exercising your right to choose as a citizen of this country. That's what the vote is. I live in a blue state. I live in New York. It's electorally, it's almost always going to lean blue. That's just how we're configured. But I know plenty of people in this state who do still vote red all the way up and down the ballot because it is important to exercise your freedoms and exercise your right to vote. That is what being an American is about. It's not, oh, my person's never going to win, so I'm just going to throw in the towel and never vote. Like, fuck no. That's the cuck life, man. Fuck that. That is how democracy dies, truly. How democracy dies is the people who live in a blue state who would rather vote red, or people who live in a red state like Texas would rather vote blue but don't vote because they live in a red state. You know what I mean? Democracy dies when people stop voting.
8 years? Like, first of all, to be honest, I never thought Donald Trump would have got elected to begin with 8 years ago. But then again, they did put him against Hillary Clinton. And I think Iraq would have beaten Hillary Clinton. So, I mean, it wasn't that hard of a task. And then, 4 years ago.
So DSP right there, him talking about Hillary Clinton, he's gesturing toward like a decent talking point. Because I'm going to say this. The problem with the Democrats is that they pick bad candidates. They pick the worst, most unremarkable, most unrelatable candidates. Joe Biden, old, senile, unrelatable. Kamala Harris, completely unrelatable. I can't tell you any sort of distinguishing personal fact or whatever about Kamala Harris other than her husband's name is Doug and he's Jewish. That's all I know. There is nothing personally to grab onto about any Democratic presidential candidate they've run since Barack Obama. Barack Obama had the personal star power. He had relatability. He had the underdog story. He had certain things going for him from a political and PR perspective. No matter what you thought about him as a man or a politician, there was something to get behind. And Donald Trump, is a guy who, yeah, he's an idiot, and I think a lot of people who voted for him would say he's an idiot. However,
It's WWE champion
Smoke
time.
Jaguar. Thank you for the
support.
2. Is that
Smoke
a BattleTech
Jaguar
reference, by the way?
986 says,
Love me some
JSP being a
BattleTech.
Trump
Thank
guy
you
is
for the
too
2,
perfect,
my
no
man.
notes.
What's up, Shiny Teeth? No, dude. Kamala is the least. I won't even say she's unlikable. She's unremarkable. She's completely unremarkable. I have not internalized. Again, I have not internalized anything about Kamala Harris other than her husband is Jewish, so he would be the first Jewish White House spouse, I guess. And his name is Doug. That's all I know. That's all I know. But Trump, like, think of all the shit we know about Trump. Trump has a story. Trump has something you can kind of grab onto, whether you like him or not. He's memorable and he leaves an impact. He's memorable and he's memeable. The Democrats just run shitty candidates. And for me, like, I'm gonna come out. I am a leftist. I am way further to the left than like any Democratic candidate the Democrats would run. So I'm not the guy to talk to about this, really, because I'll never be satisfied with what anybody does. But that's just me. There's no pleasing me politically. But like, that is a bias that I leave at the door, and that's something that I can address here, without being hostile about it.
With what was going on with COVID at the time, and
I agree with you on that, Shiny Teeth. Trump, okay, I'm gonna try and be as charitable as possible. Trump, if you look at him, has all of the markings of a lolcow. He has a lack of self-awareness. He generates memes on just about a daily basis. He's a fucking idiot. He gaffes his words constantly. However, he has something that none of the Democratic candidates have, which is the cult of personality and star power. Joe Biden, just an old dude, no personality. I'd like to point out, too, that the right successfully painted Joe Biden as a senile old man when Trump is, in fact, older than Joe Biden. They were able to successfully run with that story because they won the PR war. Like you're right, DeFoster I'm sorry, I misspoke. W was a lolcow. W probably wasn't W you could say was the first lolcow, but I would say, did we even know what lolcows were in 2000? Probably not. Was there even the term lolcow for the 2000 or 2004 election? I think you're right though, DePostmaker. I think that W checks all the boxes for a lolcow. But I think Trump won for 2 reasons. Trump won because he's memorable, he's memeable, and he survived 2 assassination attempts. I studied PR for years. From a PR perspective, there was no beating Trump. If a person is running for president and they survive two close assassination attempts, they're gonna win the office. Like, Trump was gonna win the office no matter what. I remember coming home from somewhere. I forgot where I was at, but I remember coming home from somewhere and reading about the first Trump assassination attempt while I was out somewhere. I don't know. I was at the bank or like Dunkin' Donuts, whatever. But I remember coming home to my girlfriend and I was like, well, Trump survived an assassination attempt. And this was months ago. This was like 9 months ago or whatever. And I remember telling her he will take the office because there is no better magic bullet from a PR perspective than surviving an assassination attempt. I don't think that the Democrats could have put a candidate opposite Trump that would have beat Trump after the first assassination attempt, especially not after the second one. The Democrats, realistically speaking, had no chance from a PR perspective of winning this. So there you go. There's my political analysis. I've already done more in like 5 or 6 minutes than DSP will ever do. So
everything was in a weird place. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of a weird thing that happened. That Trump lost to Biden. Yeah,
Meth Bear, I'm pausing like every 30 seconds. Nothing changes. Welcome back to streaming. Meth Bear says, I don't trust traditional media. I assume they're all being dishonest. Yeah, traditional media is being dishonest, and you know what? Fucks like me on YouTube are probably being dishonest too. Don't trust anybody on YouTube. Don't trust your Hassan Pikers. Don't trust your Vouches. Don't trust your Destinies. Read the news from reputable news sources, like, say, the BBC. Like, honestly, my best advice for consuming political news is consume news about American politics that is not based in America. BBC is a source that I can really point to as being like a good source for facts and figures, because American news media will almost always be dishonest. And do not listen to people on YouTube, especially not me. I want to lay down a disclaimer here. I am not giving political advice, nor am I giving political prescriptions. I'm just giving you my dumbass take. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let's move on.
But now,
yeah, the BBC, you caught that down
Trump
from the disposal.
Back.
Big ups, dude.
And man, the reaction is insane. And by the way, it's not only that Trump is back, it's that the entire U.S. government just got overtaken by the Republican Party. The Senate, the House of Representatives, and the presidency, and honestly, the Supreme Court are all now going to be controlled by a majority of Republican lawmakers and politicians. And that is crazy. Last time Trump was in office, it was the opposite, where he was the president, but all the other branches were kind of against.
No, that's not entirely true. He was able to appoint Brett Kavanaugh, forcing a Supreme Court majority. And typically, if a party controls the Oval Office and a partisan idea controls the Supreme Court, you can kind of make things go your way. And they had dominance in the Senate for at least half of the first Trump term, and they maintained dominance in the House for, I want to say, the whole first Trump term, if I'm remembering correctly. So he has it wrong. He hasn't paid attention.
Against him. So it was very hard to make stuff work.
Yeah, DePasta Maker, thank you for backing me up. The first 2 years that had Republican control. Yeah, because I remember the 2018 midterms being a huge fucking deal. I remember people mobilizing for those midterms. That midterm turnout for 2018 was fucking record breaking.
So holy crap.
All right, see you down from the disposal.
Holy crap. It's just nuts. And we're going to talk about this today a bit, but notably, rather than talk about the political aspect of it and giving you my opinions on it, instead I'm going to approach this from a different angle. All right, because as you know, I'm not a political content creator yet. And this is something that we have
discussed
here we
go.
For many,
the
many
big
years,
reveal.
That the possibility, boy, now I'm tongue-tied. The possibility.
I thought he was going to say DePasta Maker
older,
for a second.
These are going to be topics that people are going to want to
DePasta Maker.
Because it's not just about fun and games anymore. It's about life. It's about politics and family and all kinds of stuff going on. It's very different than it used to be. Right?
Big ups to Pasta Maker.
So, especially now.
All right, he's talking too slow. He's talking too slow.
How dramatically my life has changed. If you guys really
we
don't
are going
understand,
to.
I went from being the absolute.
We're going to 1.5
of the internet. Every word out of my mouth was ignored or treated like a joke. I was derided. I was slandered. I was defamed. I was treated like human dirt. And it was like that for the greater part of 10 years. But things have changed. Things have flipped in the last 3 months, August, September, and October. There's people
like what? What has flipped? And I had a list of clips I wanted to go over, and this is why I picked this clip. What has flipped? What has changed? I have not seen a single detractor, at least that I'm in contact with, and I like to think I've got a nice little network of detractors that I'm in fairly regular contact with, and I haven't seen one of them saying, hey, you know what? I'm done. I'm out. The only reason why I took a break from Phil was because I had life shit happen and I was moving. And I'm finally at a point where life has slowed down to the point where I can start streaming regularly, you know? But I haven't seen a single detractor be like, no, I'm out. The only reason I've seen people say I want to step away is because they're fucking bored.
It's WWE Champions time.
Previously would have just stood there and said, ha.
Thanks for the support.
Smoke Jaguar
says,
I would pay money to see DSP on the 2016-2020 era Chapo Trap House or Come Town. Yeah, dude. Chapo would be fucking brutal for him, I think. And Come Town. Like, I would like to see him react to some old Come Town videos because I don't think he understands like the humor and the ideas behind Come Town. Yes, Sonny, big ups, brother. Yes, we made it to the new house and everything survived the move except one weird proprietary cable that I need to run my tablet screen. So
Who cares? And now they're like, wait, what did Phil say? Oh, interesting. So with that being said, and of course also with me,
yeah, good point, Tran.
Because right now I have a co-audience.
He's eternally boring.
On YouTube right now, but we also have an audience on Kick, and the audiences are a little different. You know, on Kick, a lot more people are tuned in for things like politics. While on YouTube, you gotta kind of be a little careful about what you say. You know, you can't go too crazy.
So I'm gonna stop him right there. People don't go to Kick for politics, not really. People go to Kick for confirmation bias. People go to Kick for right-wing spurred confirmation bias, just like people go to Twitch for left-wing spurred confirmation bias, and people on YouTube are kind of in the middle, but I would say that a lot of political people on YouTube lean further to the left, just because you can get away with more on Twitch and YouTube than you can in terms of what you say than Rumble and Kick, which is why the righties find themselves on, you know, Rumble and Kick, and the lefties find themselves sometimes on YouTube, but more so on Twitch, because let's face it, Twitch has an overwhelming bias towards way more left-leaning people, and Kick and Rumble have an overwhelming bias the other way towards a lot of right-leaning people. It's really that simple. It's not that deep, Phil. It's not that deep, dude.
So, man, I mean, what a world. Who would have predicted? I mean, this is
oh
just
my
insane.
goodness,
Really
Sonny. Thank you for the 50 Aussie dollars, my brother.
Thanks for the support.
In the second half of
Sonny
2024.
says,
I would essentially contact
you have more
people
than paid for my cable
show,
replacement.
win them over, end up becoming
my third screen will be back in action in no time.
How can I say? Like, people are saying it's a redemption arc, but I really feel it's more like the wool that's been pulled over everyone's eyes for the last 5 to 10 years has been removed, and now that people are giving me a chance, they're realizing, holy crap, Phil's not the
I think
person I'm playing. In fact,
so Reap you out is saying Kick doesn't seem political. Yeah, I think Kick is more about IRL streaming douchebags these days. Like, Kick started as a political site, Kick started as a alternative to Twitch, let's say, funded by a lot of weird gambling practices, but then it's become a haven for, you know, IRL streaming chuds. You're right. Kick is not inherently political. I think the most prominent quote unquote political guys on Kick are probably Kino. You got Kino, you got Aiden Ross, but even a lot of those people like Aiden Ross and Sneeko, they're not even really doing their same shit anymore.
Sometimes he has interesting takes. We want to hear him. We want to see his content. We're interested.
What's up, Atlas?
He's not really the joke that everyone made him out to be. This is a good thing that now we're giving him a chance, right?
Yeah,
and
the lighting in here is better.
Right? Then
I'm not using a green screen. I'm using background removal, but the lighting in my new office is way better.
And things like that. Me branching out, making different styles of content, improving my setup with, holy crap, how many years does my setup look like dog shit? But now I'm actually putting good effort.
Your setup still looks like dog shit, brother.
All right, it's not just, oh, Phil's trying. It's Phil's trying.
Thanks for the clips, Atlas, by the way.
Right, you guys have absolutely rewarded me with engagement and attention. And
this is also something that I don't like. I don't like the fact that he's claiming reciprocity, but like, my man, if you streaming is something you expect reciprocity for, that's the wrong word, my guy. Reciprocity would be like your dense streaming for you, right? If I want to be a pedantic prick about this, wouldn't that be reciprocation? Like, financial reciprocation implies that you are providing something of value, and only the people watching you can say you're providing something of value. Like, I've gotten a few super chats on the stream, right? But I ain't asking for them. A couple people have just been nice. That's not reciprocity. That's generosity. You're asking people to reward you, and if you ask for the reward, is it really a reward? It's a very childish mindset.
Support, and I really appreciate that. So if ever you would have, wow, this would happen, and now an election.
Yeah, the king pick in the digital frame is
changed
especially
and I've been saying this for
fucking
years.
dented.
In life, in humanity, and culture, there is a pendulum.
Here comes the pendulum, boys.
back and forth to the two different extremes, just like this. And for a while, we were all the way over here, and then we were kind of in the middle, and then it came all the way back. And last night, that pendulum firmly, strongly, 100% swung back and hit hard. And now that pendulum is swung, I feel like maybe it's time to continue with the changes, the improvements, with me branching out and doing different stuff. I think it.
I'm gonna translate this. He's basically saying, because Donald Trump won the Oval Office, I can be safe to do political commentary on whatever the fuck I want, because the right-wing chuds are going to cover for me. That's basically what he's saying. He didn't feel safe. I don't think he would have felt safe had the Harris administration taken the office. I really don't think he would have felt safe. And I think, this is a great pause, by the way. I don't think he would have felt safe. And I think it's very obvious what his political leanings are. If he's going to say that the pendulum swung because Trump won, like, dude, I'm a leftist and I haven't said any of this shit. I haven't said anything about what it means that Trump won, because I'm not here to talk about my politics. I think it's sensible for me to let you all know what my politics are, so that you can determine whether or not I have any kind of bias for or against Trump or Phil or whoever. But I'm not here to discuss my politics. I'm here to discuss his. You know,
it actually be time for us to take a look at hashtag DS politics. And the truth is, I don't know if there could have been a better time, because not only do we have this big election that just happened, and there's going to be endless amounts of topics to talk about, but in addition to that, Jasper Kitty. Just kidding. But
I hate the Jasper segments.
But in addition to that, if you're not aware, I'm retiring my 2-year
Big
running
ups, Devilish Face.
I feel like the show
Good
has
to
run
see
its
you,
course.
dude.
And all that time and effort that I put into doing that show was kind of wasted at this point, when I'm barely getting anyone on the streams, and we have like only 20 people submitting clips. It's time to move on.
Here, do I have
and guess
it?
what? Seems like there's something interesting to refocus my efforts into.
Is this still hooked up? I got to do something for Devilish Face.
Well then,
here we go.
Right? I mean,
Is it
very
gonna
interesting.
play?
So anyway, guys, today we are going to talk about this as a
Penis
topic, but it's not the
sniffing
only
stuff.
topic we're talking about. I have a couple other topics I'd like to discuss. I have an update on my merchandise shop.
Penis
I don't know if the
Shop,
soundboard's
I've got an
playing.
update
I
on
can't
PS5
tell.
Pro.
My setup's
I've got
all
an update
fucked up.
on well, I have one clip that I want to watch eventually here. Don't send me this clip. And I
Penis.
watched
Oh,
it,
yeah,
and I was
it's
like,
playing.
This is a
Cool,
hilarious clip.
cool.
It really is, and I really want to take a look at it with you guys together today. I
My
think it would be a
setup
hilarious watch.
is still scuffed as
So
hell.
anyway,
I need to fix a
guess
few
what?
things.
Let's start at the beginning. Folks, 53 straight streams, hitting the goals, crushing the trolls. You have no clue the meltdown my trolls are in right now. You have no fucking concept. They have lost their minds. all
Yeah,
right?
dude, I've lost my mind. That's right. My mind is gone. I'm melting down. I can't handle the fact that you are still getting money for 53 straight streams that you're just gonna waste. I hate it, Phil. I absolutely hate it. Let's keep it going.
They are so
Melted and
starving for
felted,
content because
brother.
I'm not giving them any. They actually went into the Washington State voter database to see if I'm a registered voter in the state of Washington. Now, what they don't know is that I actually live in the state of Idaho, and I've been lying to all of you for a decade and fooled them. I'm just kidding.
Trayan, you're a mouth drooler. Trayan is saying, but I thought Phil didn't want people to donate to own his trolls. Yeah, I thought so too, but I guess you're just being a mouth drooler, right?
It's not true. Okay. The funny part about this is, who cares where I'm
Also, by the way, checking the voter registry is public knowledge. Like that's a matter of public record. Like nobody knows what you cast the vote for, but voter registration is public because there are situations in which it would be useful to check someone's voting history if they voted. Like, let's say you're hiring them for, say a political news position, or to represent a certain party as a lobbyist, or to be an intern to a politically minded NGO. There are plenty of situations in which public voter data would be useful to the general population.
registered, if I'm registered.
Or say someone who wants to start a politics channel. Fancy that. Wouldn't it be nice if people knew that someone who's going to start a politics channel hasn't voted for X number of years? Wouldn't that be relevant information? Hello?
Registered, if I vote, if I don't vote, that's my choice. It's totally up to me as an American citizen. I
Yeah,
have the
dude.
right to determine what-
So Devilish Face says, I love when people who don't vote think they know better than those who do about politics. Yeah, honestly, the people who don't vote tend to be the most outspoken people about politics. And it's like, fuck you, man. You don't even get a vote. You haven't voted. Don't talk to me about politics. If you can't do something as simple as go to your polling place or do early voting or fill out a ballot, like, fuck you, man. Like that is one thing I will go hard on. It is your right as an American whether or not to vote. I agree with that. However, do not give me political prescriptions or ideas if you don't vote. You do not have a voice in my political conversations with me and my day-to-day life if you don't vote. Like, fuck you. I would just tell you to vote.
I do. No one has the right to dictate to me that I vote, that I don't vote, that I do this, that I do that. That's the beauty of being an American citizen, is that it's called independence. But detractors don't know that. They actually think that because, I might say something political or talk about politics, that I need to be a registered voter and be voting in every single election on every single topic. And it's
no, that's not what they're saying. They're simply stating the fact that it might be useful or relevant information for people to know that you haven't voted, but you're starting a politics channel. They're not saying it's right or wrong to vote or not vote. They're just simply saying that you might be uninformed, which you are. You are. I have from memory corrected you on at least a dozen things since starting this stream.
Absolutely positivity.
Big ups, Chody Taint. Good to see you again, brother.
All right.
It's been a while.
I actually talked about this last night in my appearance on Kino Casino very briefly. But in a nutshell, I live in Washington State. In Washington State, okay? This state is very, very, almost 100% Democratic or blue-leaning, meaning it always leans to the left on political topics. So what that means is whenever there's an election, whenever there's a topic, the voting always goes that way. In fact, I think that for the presidential election, I think it's like 58% or 60% went for Kamala here, and like 30-something% went for Trump. So that gives you a perspective. So if I'm going to vote, all right, I'm going to...
What about your local government? What about legal propositions? There's proposed bills and resolutions on the docket, Phil. I voted for 3. There were 3 legislative resolutions in my county that had nothing to do with any sort of local, state, or federal office, but they were props that would impact me. That would impact the way I live my life. One of them was about school tax, and one of them was about funding for domestic abuse victims. Those are the 2 that I can remember. There was a third one. I don't remember what the third one is. But your local legislation is what impacts you the most. Like more so than the presidency, more so than who holds legislative office for you. Local propositions are what impacts your life, dude.
Vote on a topic or a situation where
the water tax is going up in Renton. Big ups, used fleshlight. Yeah, I'm sure he'll talk about that. Honey, you gotta shower for less time, okay? The water tax is going up, okay?
Feel like it's important. Like, wow, my vote matters. My vote counts. It could actually have an impact. Sadly, my vote doesn't really have an
you're
impact.
probably right.
Even if I were
He
voting
hasn't
left
seen
or
it.
right, this state always votes blue. So for me to vote,
I wonder, and this could. Well, I don't want to research it on stream, but this would take like maybe 10 minutes of research. I want to check Connecticut state records and Washington state records to see if DSP has ever voted.
Is like, I might as well be peeing into the wind. But that's the thing. Like, it doesn't really matter. If I lived in a swing state, holy crap, would I vote? No lie. I mean, then I feel like my vote.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, devilish face. Devilish face. You bring up a good point. Devilish face says, imagine moving to the bluest district in a blue state, so you can just complain that your vote that if you vote for Republicans, it doesn't matter. Dude, how do you think politics flip? How do you think states flip? How do you think seats flip? Because people from that district vote the other way. Voting matters. Whether you're swimming upstream going against the grain or not, voting matters, dude.
Has some kind of
I've talked to people in California who vote red because they believe fundamentally, morally in voting red, and I think that's awesome. By the way, I think if you're red leaning and you live in a blue state, vote fucking red, man. If you're blue leaning and you live in Texas or Florida, Vote fucking blue, man. I think that that's great. I think that there's nothing more American and nothing more based, for lack of a better term, than voting like red in a blue state or blue in a red state. Like, dude, if those are your politics, go with them, dude. That's great. I respect that a great deal versus Mr. I don't vote sitting and telling us how to think.
And that I'd actually have some kind of say in things that are important. But sadly, the way that the United States government works is not set up that way. It's just not. So if I'm not in a swing state where you don't know who they're going to vote for the president or whatever, why would I vote, right? Ineffective. And it sucks. I mean, maybe that's a problem with the voting system.
Oh, hell yeah, you preach the same message? Hell yeah, Atlas. Yeah, I think everybody should vote.
One of 7,000 things that I would investigate and talk about.
I was talking to a couple people. I don't want to out people. I don't like to out people that I talk to in DMs, but I was talking to a few other fellow detractors in DMs recently, kind of like right after the election. People know that a couple people knew that I was like, that I'm very left leaning. So they sent me DMs to like check if I'm okay. I got a couple DMs on election night. I was like, hey dude, are you okay? I know you're leaning like very far to the left. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm fine. Am I disheartened that Trump won? Yeah, don't like Trump. Am I interested, curious, and excited for what comes next? Hell yeah, because really there's really nothing you can do if the person you didn't want to win didn't win the general election. You just have to find a way to live, find a way to move forward. There's no sense. That's why, like, I'm gonna stop right here and say this like cringe text thread going around, and a lot of people saying like, oh yeah, we're grieving for the election because, you know, Kamala lost and Trump won. I'll say this again, like, yeah, you can feel sad, you can be pissed, you know, whatever. You can stress eat, whatever makes you feel better. But grieving the presidential office is unproductive. I would say if you want your person to win or you want your party to win, get scrappy and fucking mobilize next time. Because the reality of it is, not enough Democrats came out and voted for Kamala because Kamala did not give enough Democrats enough of a reason to vote for her when it mattered. So it's still Kamala's fault that Kamala lost. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can grieve the election, but you have to be pragmatic about it. And you just have to be like, hey man, the Democrats ran a shitty race, because they did. They ran a shitty race. Dude, they should have in 2020. They should have figured out a fucking contingency in 2020. They should have been like, Biden's getting old. He barely won. Let's pick someone else. But they didn't. If
I do politics, right? Anyway. So yeah, that's what they've been talking about. I'm not even kidding you.
It is like, Kamala's fault. Absolutely, Arkham.
I'm at 53 straight streams hitting my goals. They are so upset with the fact that no one hates me besides them. There's no more a consensus on the internet that DSP is a laughing stock, a joke, an embarrassment.
I want to clarify something you just said. I don't hate Phil, by the way. I think if you've watched the handful of crossover streams that Len and I have done, Len and I both have this kind of odd attitude about Phil, where we like watching Phil. And we kind of think he's funny. Like, I think Phil is very funny. I think Phil is very fucking funny. Not for the reason he wants to be funny, but I think he's very fucking funny. And I enjoy watching him. I enjoy laughing at him. So I don't hate Phil. I just think he's weird. And I think he's fun to make fun of, dude. He's fun to make fun of, which is why I do this.
It's either ignore him, because he's not that important, which, you know what? I'm of that opinion. If you don't think that anything that I have to say has any merit, then just don't check me out. Leave me alone. What's wrong with that? I agree with that. You know? You don't purposefully stalk and harass and try to ruin the life of someone who you're not interested in. You know what I'm saying?
Alexander Kelly, Alexander Kelly says, I hate Hassan. DSP is a specimen. Well, to each their own. I don't like Hassan either. I think Hassan sits in his mansion pretending to be a leftist, giving people political prescriptions that he himself doesn't follow in on. I think if you're going to be political on the internet, you need to practice what you preach. And I find I find Hassan to be very out of touch and very fucking disingenuous. So no, huge no for me on Hassan. I think he's a problem. I think he's just as much of a problem, if not more of a problem, than a lot of political streamers on the right. So there you go.
Oh, yeah. Or people are starting to actually like my input on these kind of things. I mean, just look in the past few weeks, some of the things I've talked about. I talked about the Twitch CEO and how he is one of the worst leaders in tech right now. He's a guy who thinks he's in his 20s, but he's fucking in his like 50s or 60s.
Honestly, dunking on Dan Clancy is not a W. Like Dan Clancy is the easiest guy to dunk on right now, straight up. Like, and Twitch is probably the easiest company right now to dunk on because Twitch is a fucking goddamn mess. No one likes Twitch.
He's an old man. He's done nothing for Twitch whatsoever. He's putting out public posts that are outright lying about Twitch's enforcement policy for, protecting people from hate speech and stuff like that. It's absolutely ludicrous. I tore him a new asshole. And people are talking about it. It's not just, oh, Phil just said that. No, people are actually watching the clip and talking about it on their shows and stuff, which is pretty crazy.
Dude has so Devilish Face continues to talk about Hassan in the chat. Hassan is like, I would argue that current day Hassan is more of an extremist than any streamer I've fucking seen on the right. Like, Hassan is so extreme, and he can't back up any of his political prescriptions with anything other than, oh, you must be a fucking anti-Semite, you must be pro-war. Like, his substantiation for his political prescriptions are so flimsy. All he does is yell and accuse people of being Nazis. And like, yeah, you can accuse people of being Nazis, but like, nah, dude, that's not how you win people over. That's not how you win people over.
I'm now, addressing things like Dragon Age Veilguard and how incredibly poorly it has addressed the topic of wokeness and inclusivity and things like that.
I guess again, I talked to a couple of detractors and DMs about the current state of politics, and one thing I've said to a handful of people that have come to me in DMs about this is, you don't win people over by screaming at them and accusing them of being like Nazi rightoids. That's not how you have the conversation. I think there is certain merit to admitting that you've lost the conversation and admitting that you will not win over certain people. However, all people like Hassan do is accuse people of being Nazis, and they basically send their hate mobs after those people. And it's like, no, you're not going to win people over by inciting violence against specific people. Calls to action are not going to win people over. That's why I have issues with people like Hassan and Frogan. Like Frogan telling, U.S. servicemen and women that she wishes people came back with PTSD. Like, no, fuck her. That is an L take. No matter what you think, that is just a bad take. Like, that is a terrible take.
People like that.
Yeah, it's not productive. It's not productive, and I think there is. Oh yeah. Alexander Kelly, if you don't know the Frogan situation, look it up. It's fucking wild. Like, Frogan had one of the worst internet takes ever. I thought objectively on both sides of the aisle we could say, well, what servicemen and women do is heroic, so we should support them when they come back. Only for Frogan to say that, oh yeah, I hope servicemen and women get PTSD when they get back here. Like, fuck that. Like, that's an objectively bad take, no matter where you sit. It's just such a bad take. That is why, and maybe I was having an extreme take on people like Hassan, but that is why it is my belief, at least currently, that the online left is way worse than the right now. Like, yeah, do the right spout wild shit? Sure. Yeah, they do. But like, no one's telling US soldiers they should come back with PTSD. Like, fuck that, man.
Right? So now I'm able to talk about these topics, right? And I'm very happy that you guys are along for this cool ride, and the flip has happened. I
agree. I agree, Treyan. She should have been permabanned from Twitch. And the thing is, and what's frustrating about Twitch TOS, which is I barely stream there, but I'll never stream there again, just because they're so inconsistent about their TOS. You either need to enforce TOS on all political streamers or none of them. It should be all or nothing. You should, if you're gonna permaban people on the right for doing and saying weird shit, you should permaban people on the left for it too. If you really want to do it, you should make Twitch a gaming platform and just take away the political streams altogether. Take away politics, but they won't because people like Hassan and Destiny to a lesser extent are some of the most profitable people on Twitch. Their cash cows are left-leaning political streamers, which is why righties on Twitch tend to get permabanned and lefties on Twitch tend to get, shorter suspensions. The financial motivation is pretty naked, and I don't like it. It's very inconsistent.
The pendulum swinging back and forth, right? The pendulum swings. The pendulum is swung. And now, for the first time in a decade,
exactly.
we care about dark side affiliates.
Exactly, Tram. Like, there are some game streamers that have decent followings on Twitch that pull numbers, but they're very few and far between. The only reason people talk about Twitch is because people like Asman and Hassan say dumb political shit on it.
In a positive way. Fucking sweet. Hell yeah, I'm here for it. I'm not just some schlub who's going to sit back and be like, fuck it, I don't care. No, I do care. I want to be here for you guys and hang out with you and have fun streams and have discussion about various topics. And it's not just gaming, but other things too. I'm down for that. I've been ready for that. But the internet wasn't. Well, now the internet is.
No. You got it backwards. The internet loves political drama and political slop. Where has he been? Ever since the 2000 election, the internet loves politics. Politics had been good for engagement for the past 24 years, probably longer. The internet has been ready for you. You've just been too scared, my guy.
Okay?
Come on, man.
So thank you so much for that. And let's laugh together at how hilarious my detractors are completely breaking down and freaking out. Right now, there's morons saying, oh, you see, but 4 years ago, Phil said this about Trump, and Phil said this about this.
I don't care. I don't care what you said 4 years ago. I care what you're going to say tomorrow. And I'm going to listen to Detractor Beam tomorrow night, probably. I'll probably lurk and listen. And then Friday, probably Saturday, either Friday night or Saturday morning when I have time, I'm going to do a roundup of the DS Politics stream. I'm going to pull some clips from it, and I'm going to talk through it because I am actually very excited about it. I don't have the stomach to do it live. I can't because I don't know what it's going to be like, but I will. More than likely it's going to be Friday night. Yeah, probably Friday night. I'll get some clips together and walk through it. Oh God, don't get me started on Talk to a Meth Bear. Don't. I have words about Talk to a. Oh my God.
And let's see him flip-flop and change his opinions. What the fuck? You are nuts. No, really, you're obsessed, you're nuts, you're fucked in the head, you're a bunch of... So just to derail about Talk to a, I think the light is going to fade on Talk to a very, very soon. And I hope she's saving her money. Because you can't live on a catchphrase forever. Fucking no-life losers, limp dick bitches. You're trying to stalk down words that I said and you're going to take anything out of context or anything to try to get a gotcha moment. Fuck off. Because now, things are different. Now, you are irrelevant. Get it? Bitches? Times have changed. Deposit maker. That's what I'm saying. That meme slid into the consciousness, and you know what? That meme hit the news too quickly. It hit the news way too quickly to have not been a plant, to be honest. Because usually it takes the news like a couple weeks to get onto memes like that, but the mainstream news media had that within a couple days. It's like, really? Usually by the time the news is talking about it, it's old and it's gone. But yeah, I think she's a plant too. This year has been an insane year of change, and the changes are going to keep coming, and everything's coming up DSP, whether you like it or fucking not. Eat it, choke on it, deal with it, or you can cry. I mean, Tran, I've voluntarily listened to a handful of Talk to a episodes, and it's better than the Level 1 podcast because it has guests. And they're occasionally funny, so it's better than that. all those fucking awesome clips they did when Trump won last time. Well, guess what? It's happening again.
I would love for Treyanne to talk to Haley Welch. I think that'd be fun. I think Treyanne would just laugh and call her a retard. It'd be very funny. The handful of conversations I've had with Treyanne and the read I have on you is that you just sit, laugh, take the money, and call her a retard, which would be very funny.
All over again. Only this time, I'm here for it. All right. So before we start, I need to do some shout outs because a bunch of contributions have come in.
All right. I don't care about the shout outs. Big ups, Atlas, for this clip. Was there anything else I wanted to? I'll go back into Atlas's. All right, yeah. So we did the politics. Well, we might as well get into the Oh no. You know what? We did the DSP politics. Let's do the detractor news segment. Yes.
Atlas, in the hot seat tonight.
And Atlas.
Okay, so I have a good read on you. I thought
the
so.
trolls are so
I
hilarious.
thought so.
Now,
I haven't talked to you in a while, but we used to talk a lot.
From the internet on the day off. Come back.
I like to think I
open
know.
X,
I know
and
you.
Laugh my ass off at these idiots. They actually think. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat today. They actually think that I'm like sitting around on the internet trying to troll them on my day off. I don't think about them on my day off at all. I don't have time for it. I'm busy. I have a fucking life. But they don't. They sit around trying to troll on me on my day off, and now there are people trying to troll the trolls while I'm not.
I mean, but you do think about us on your day off. You have admitted as much. We have your Discord leaks. We literally have Discord leaks where you're on your day off talking about trolls. And even if you're not doing it on your day off, you come in on the next day and you say, "You'll never believe what the trolls were up to on my day off," okay?
Even around, and they cannot handle it. It is so funny to see them saying unhinged crap. They're actually like raving and ranting at this Twitter account, saying stuff like, "Oh, your day off, you're doing this. Why don't you order DoorDash? Why don't you drink gin? And why don't you get a blood test for your cat?" I'm like, what? Like, what are you saying? You're clinically insane. The way you're talking and acting. You're yelling at someone who I don't even know who it is, who's trying to get your goat and working because you're so dumb. It's fucking hilarious. So, yeah, anyway, Lady Charisma says, "I'll admit from 2016
Oh God, yeah, the wedding
years,
night. Good point, Alexander.
I
forgot about that.
Again, those of you who watch a restreamer right now, there's probably thousands of you, right? I'm not kidding. Like, I have legit viewers. I currently have 279 on YouTube, and I have like 30-something on Kick, right? So I have about 300 viewers live for my podcast right now. I probably have 1,000 people watching me on restreams, various restreams, right? And you're all my viewers. As much as you want to admit it, you're all my viewers. And the person you're watching restream me is the lol cow.
Nope. Because if they were your viewers, if they actually were your viewers, they would watch you, and not the restream. Like straight up. That would be like you playing a game, you playing Life is Strange, right? And then Don't Nod saying, "Well, all of your viewers are our viewers because you are playing our game," right? That logic breaks down if you think about it for 15 seconds. So no, people that watch detractor streams and detractor videos are not your viewers. We use your content as a catalyst, but there's plenty of people who only watch That Being Said, who only watch WPIG, who only listen to Meerkat. You know, the list goes on. They're not your viewers, dude. I know people who just listen to Meerkat because they like Meerkat and they don't watch any other detractors and they don't really care about DSP. They just like Meerkat because he's cool, you know?
Get it? They are.
Yeah, Felix, that is actual cope, though.
In the 2000s, I was an internet troll. I trolled the shit out of people in the Street Fighter community because I was young, I was dumb, I was immature, and I got laughs out of it. You know,
correct.
Give me the lols, get it? Lol cow, right? I essentially was trolling people.
Yeah,
like
Meerkat has been on hiatus for quite a while.
And
I hope
what
he
happened
comes back.
As
I miss him.
To get older in the 2000s, probably around 2005, 2006, I started to actually like do good in competitive Street Fighter. And as I did, I realized I enjoyed being nice to people and being cool with people and traveling the country and meeting people and hanging out and having fun gameplay and rivalries and organizing tournaments and doing constructive things with my time way more than I enjoyed just ripping people assholes on the internet. It took a while. It took like maybe 7 years.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
And I grew up and I matured. And by the end of my
That's a Gary Busey quote.
Completely thrown away.
Big ups Gary Busey? Question mark? No, I don't think I want to give him big ups.
In Street Fighter for the end of my run. And it was a very different time that I actually cherish and I kind of miss because there was nice people I met from all over the country, giving me opportunity to spend time with people and not just being heated rivalries, talking shit and being a dickhead. You know?
Snooze, the biggest lol cow.
To go back and maybe talk with people from that time period is very nice to reminisce, right? I feel like people who are my detractors today.
Alexander Kelly says, "Who is DSP's VP?" PPP, obviously, or no, Andy. If DSP won the office, he'd appoint Andy as his vice president. Canadian national Andy Worski.
You're going to get there someday. You're going to realize after a while that the shtick is boring, especially this year. Like, I'll admit, in previous years, I would make the same mistakes over and over, right? You had the WWE Champions thing. You had the fucking always begging for money. You had all this shit going on. If you haven't noticed, it's all over,
definitely
right?
Worski.
It's done. It's done with. It's not going to happen again.
Definitely.
The support is to a level where I don't have to worry about that shit anymore, right? The Champions thing is gone. There's no other skeletons hiding in the fucking closet. It's all done. So now I'm going to move forward positively. Even people out there who used to shit on me are saying, yeah, Phil just basically isn't really a lol cow anymore because there's nothing to laugh at. Like, he's not giving people what they want.
Who? Name one. Name one. Literally name one. Is it Lefty? Did anybody get a message from Lefty and be like, yeah, it's... Well, actually, no. I did get a message from Lefty several months ago when he said he wanted to stop posting, just saying that Phil is boring. But basically, the only messages I've gotten are from people like Lefty and Decepticon, who are just like, yeah, dude, Phil's just boring. I think I'm done. But really, like, those two guys, like Lefty and Decepticon, have literally been like, Phil's too boring. I don't want to keep up anymore. But not because you're not a lol cow. I've just had people tell me you're boring and like they're out of the game. And like for me, I went away for 2 months because my life was changing. I was fucking moving, you know? And you were boring. I honestly picked a great 2 months to take a break because I had to get my shit together to move. It was a great time, but I'm happy to be back.
So he's just being a small-time content creator with his audience. And that's,
Mickey, you're actually not wrong. Like Lefty literally didn't feel like to put it in Lefty's words. Lefty said something to the effect of, "My Spurg tank is empty, and I'd rather do other things now." That's pretty much what Lefty said. Is he said he had nothing left in the tank. He was waiting for the end to happen. And like I'm not outing him in any way. He said this on one of his last streams here. For a lot of detractors, they just get tired. They just get tired of it, dude. And that's what happened with Decepticon. That's what happened with Lefty. Many others. People just get tired of you, dude, because you're boring. You're just boring.
On him. That's all I ever wanted anyway. I'm not going to feed the trolls anymore because there's no point. The things that they're trying to make into big deals don't exist.
Yeah, Lefty's Mistress, World of Tanks, and War
Thunder. How did Phil register to vote? Who cares? It's my right to register whoever I want.
Was calling.
It's not lol cow content. You're a fucking idiot. So I mean, that's the straws they're grasping at to have content now. So listen, I'm absolutely no ill will towards anyone out there who's been watching the tractor shit. Really, I don't. And if you ever want to come by and actually check out the real content,
except you do. You literally on a daily basis, if someone says something in chat, he said something like yesterday. It was like, oh, you read the detractor, babe. You're a fucking idiot. You're dumb. You're dumb for watching detractors. So you factually do judge people and have ill will towards people who watch detractor content. Like, whatever. And you know what? I'll say this. I have no ill will towards people who watch DSP. I do have ill will for everybody that currently tips you. Because if you're contributing to Phil financially in 2024, there is no hope for you. There's absolutely no hope for you. I'm sorry. You're done. You're done.
At the real streams, it's an open door policy. You're always welcome here. You know, be a part of the positive side of things instead of the people who just want to sit there dumping ass on people all day. Right?
Ass.
Johnny 5 and Quick just says, literally, they're making 10 to 20 minute videos on you not wanting to play Stellar Blade. That's all they have now.
Oh, the pasta maker, you found my weak spot. I have a weak spot for Jade. Jade can come over here. Jade is welcome. If Jade ever finds himself in this chat, I will give him a wrench. Jade has my protection because Jade just seems like a all-around cool guy. I also subscribe to the snood theory that Jade is a sneak troll. Jade is a deep cover troll because Jade gets away with shit. If you really watch Jade and Phil's chat, Jade gets away with shit that other people do not get away with. He says detractor memes. Like he says money, yeah. He gets away with detractor memes. He also makes detractor memes. Yes, it time mod. Correct, Silent Weapons.
Nothing left. The lol cow days are over and they ain't coming back, man. They're not.
Jade does
they can't
exactly.
just deal with it, but they can't.
Exactly,
Like, they
just
cannot
cause.
understand that I've become a normal creator.
Jade deserves a better streamer.
They just can't
That's
handle
why
it, you know?
I
The
would
choices I
welcome
made in the
him
last few years, as
on
bad
any
as
of
they
my
seem,
streams.
all have led to this moment. You have to understand.
Because if
Me
he
not
likes
going on the
watching
Wild
Phil,
Wild path,
fine.
me
I'd
actually
rather
handling
have
the
him
size
watch
quotient in the way
detractor
that I did,
content,
me
to
not
be
doing
honest.
the Mike Plum documentary, me branching out and changing for the better in various different ways, right? Actually improving my setup, doing different kinds of content, branching out with the guys from Kino Casino, doing interviews. All these things have led to this. And this is like probably best case scenario for me at this point. It's certainly not ideal, but it's best case scenario. I'm happy. And the point is like, oh, this is Phil's cope. There's no cope. I'm happy. Don't you get it? Things are better now and I'm happy. You can't ruin that. We're good. It's over. The days of sadness and feeling like depression and fucked up stuff because I can't make ends meet.
Jade's innocent.
They're over. Those days are
Jade
done.
is a very
I'm happy now.
pure soul,
So,
I would say.
There's nothing to cope about. You're the ones coping.
There's
You're
no
the ones trying
malice
to
to
justify and say
Jade.
things every day. Oh no, Phil's making it up. Phil's not happy. Phil's got a bad personal life. Phil is really good. Like Kino, as they say. Not you though. You're the ones who are sitting there watching some
I've
fucking
been playing
idiot with
Death
500
Stranding
viewers,
lately,
right? Restreaming,
actually.
making lame jokes like a fucking high schooler.
I gotta play
right?
more
Like
Death
some schoolyard
Stranding.
bully.
Saturday,
You're like,
I'll probably
laughing
play
at it.
more
It's
on
funny. There's
Saturday.
nothing funny.
Saturday
You're a loser.
morning, I
You're
gotta get
wasting
the
your life
Death
away.
Stranding moving
You could
again.
just not watch me at all if you don't like me, or you could actually give the content a shot, because to be quite frank, you obviously like me if you're watching that much of me. If you're watching all the restreamer shit, if you're watching these terrible videos on YouTube about me, you like me. And you gotta deal with it.
No.
You do, because you wouldn't watch this much of
No, I said it a while ago. I don't like you, but I think you're funny to watch. I think you're fun to watch. There's a difference. I don't like you. I don't hate you. I just think you're funny to watch.
me if you didn't like me. Okay? So come and watch the real stuff. Give it
Yeah,
shot.
it's a
Hang out with
real
the nice
bad
people in
cope,
chat, have a good
dude.
time with me. That's going to be ultimately way more productive in your life.
No. So Lefty's still on that Halo train. Lefty's playing Halo. He plays Halo on the Lefty channel all the time. He might be playing Halo right now. I don't know. I can check and see if he's up, and after the stream, I might redirect to him if he's live. But yeah, Lefty plays Halo. I've been playing Death Stranding a lot lately. I want to finish Death Stranding soon.
And sitting there on some dumb restreamer. Who, by the way, the
No,
only reason
don't
you're doing
worry
is
about
because
it,
you're
dude.
dumb and you're giving them attention and money. To
Don't
do
worry
it.
about it,
The
Just
moment
Cause.
that
Lefty
disappears,
is
he's not
a
there
great
anymore.
guy
You
to be
notice
confused
Duty streams
with.
is demonetized, but
I'm
he's still like,
flattered.
oh, can please support. He still wants support. He's
Lefty's
doing it for
a cool
money.
guy.
He's not doing it because it's fun or he has a bone to pick.
Also, you guys, I can't say much, and I don't like to cock tease like this, but you may see Lefty on the channel soon for a special style event. You may see him in the next few weeks, so keep your eye on the channel. I can't say more than that, but you may see Lefty as well as a handful of others on the channel. If you've been here for a while, you might know what we're up to. We do a certain thing where you got to do your laundry beforehand. So get ready. All I'll say is get your socks ready, do your laundry. Get your socks ready. It's time to get your seasonal socks ready. We do have a sock style thing in the works. Been talking with Indrid and Lefty about it. I guess I'll just say we're planning a sock stream. We don't know exactly when it's going to be. It's going to be sometime in early to mid-December. More details to come soon. But we're planning. Oh. Will it be on YouTube or Kick? You know what? I think get your socks washed for both YouTube and Kick. Why not? I'll have both chats on the stream. But yeah, we're gonna do a December sock stream. So, and Lefty should be there. He says he's in. So everybody get your socks ready. More to come. I'll know more in the next week or two on that once we get the time nailed down. But get ready, get excited. It's gonna be fun as hell.
Stand. He's just doing it for the money. Or else he'd be like, oh, I'll just do it for free forever.
That's right.
Not doing that, is he? These other people are monetizing their content. They're taking donations. Of course they are. They're grifters. Get it? They're not doing content they like. They're doing content that prints the bills. They're getting the bag, and you're dumb. You're feeding them. You gave money to Cog, for God's sakes.
Cog.
His name is actually Clog. He clogs the internet toilet.
I don't know anyone who gave money to Cog, by the way. And if they did, whatever. That's honestly their business. I would still rather people give money to Cog than Phil.
Get it? You gave the man money. Wow. That's tremendous.
Nice little sip.
Anyway, so I'm done with that. We're good. We're having a good time, right, guys? All right. I think we've covered enough. I think this has been a good show.
I really like the style of that rapid outro, Atlas. I can't talk. I'm tired. It's been a long day, but I wanted to get a stream up just to make sure I could still do it, make sure it all works. You know, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with these clips. What I also wanted to do is we're gonna watch some shorts. You guys remember when he did shorts? You remember? Look at all these. Oh my god. So we're gonna watch some shorts. Are you guys ready? Because I wanna go for about another 15 to 20 and then call it. This was never supposed to be a very long stream. Actually no. So predictions for DS Politics before we get into the next segment. Prediction for DS Politics is he's not gonna satisfy anybody. He's gonna pretend to be a centrist, but he's gonna be slightly right-leaning. But he's also going to cover his ass and say, well, the left is okay too, and he's not going to please anybody. So that's my prediction. My prediction is that he's going to fence sit. He's going to skew right. It's going to be obvious, but he's going to say that he's not right-leaning, but he's also going to like overcorrect and say, no, the left is cool too, because he's already kind of done that. But let's watch some shorts, shall we? Here we go. This is his very first short. You guys remember this face? Remember this face?
What's up, everyone? Just testing out a YouTube short because people have been talking about him so much. I wanted to give it a shot and see exactly how it works. So let's do one as a demo. See how it shows up on the channel.
Notice how, like here, his hair is almost entirely gray. If you really look, it's like mostly gray, and his beard is also mostly gray. Also, this pause face is great. I think when the shorts came out is when people really started saying, like, whoa, he looks old.
All right, so I'm doing a quick YouTube short to show you guys how the Pac-Man
It's
Ghost
your
lamp
turn,
actually
bro.
looks in my office. My current webcam is so bad it looks like crap, but as you can see, it actually looks really good on the iPhone camera, and these are all the cool colors it cycles through. Pretty cool, huh? All right.
That's not shorts worthy. Moving on. Oh god, the beret. I love this so much.
What's up, everyone? Phil here with a short review. I just beat Midnight Fight Express. This game kicks ass. It's got everything you want in a great brawler. Amazing hand-to-hand combat, weapons, upgrades, gunplay, really unique level design.
There's
awesome
also
enemies, and new
one
things
other
around
short
every
we have
turn.
to
There's
watch
shoot 'em up
after this.
stages. There's crazy puzzles.
If you know,
there's
you know.
zombies, everything you would want. An epic ending, a really great story. And to boot, the game was made by only one single person. I don't think I've ever
There's
played a game
one
in my
other
life
short we gotta
designed by
watch
one
after
person
this,
that
and you
played
guys
this well.
know.
I actually don't have a single complaint about the game. It's actually one of the best games I've played this year in 2022. So check it out, Midnight Fight Express. It's $20 right now on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live, and if you're a Game Pass member, it's free. Don't miss it, especially if you're a fan of beat-em-ups like Final Fight or Seafood.
I love this short so
game.
much. I love it so much because it completely like sums up how much of a weird boomer ass guy Phil is. But there's also another short relating to that short. Let's see if we can get him. Shinko. No, I can't type. Shinko floor. No. I can't type. I can't see with this setup. Yeah, Shinko floor. There he is. All right, so Shinko did a short. Let's see if we can find it. Based on that short. God, he's done so many girls. This one. Here we go. So with that short, I'll link this in the chat because y'all should give it a view. But with that short, Shinko made this short. Big ups, Shinko. So let's watch. This is great. I love this. I love the original, but this elevates it so hard.
What's up, everyone? Phil here with a short review. I just beat Midnight Fight Express. This game kicks ass. It's got everything you want in a great
so
brawler.
good.
Amazing hand-to-hand combat, weapons, upgrades, gunplay, really unique level design, awesome
It's
enemies,
perfect.
new things around every turn. There's shoot 'em up stages.
What's up,
there's
VLX?
Crazy puzzles. There's zombies. Everything you would want. An epic ending. A really great story. And
I love how he swoops back into the shot. That's so funny.
Person. I don't think I've ever played a game in my life designed by one person that played this well. I actually don't have a single complaint about the game. It's actually one of the best games I played this year in 2022. So check it out. It's $20 right now on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live.
It's perfect. It's so good.
Don't miss it, especially if you're a fan of beat-em-ups like Final Fight or Sifu. You're gonna love this game. What's up, everyone?
The ending is perfect too. Just that table slam is so like, oh my god, like this original short is already funny, but Shinko had the sense and the genius to elevate it just a little bit further. So I guess you could argue that, you know, something good has come out of Phil's shorts. All right, let's see. We did that. Oh, is this Stick It to the Trolls in the AM? Let's go.
What's going on, everyone? Phil here with the short
schedule.
Let's talk about the next couple of days. I'm going to be off from streaming on Thursday, September 8th. I hope you all have a great, safe day. If you happen to check out anything on DSP Gaming, please remember to like the videos you enjoy and leave comments. The engagement helps the channel tons. When I return on Friday, it's going to be a fun episode of the...
What's this? Can I... Oh no, you can't frame by frame back in here.
One podcast.
He's got something in his beard.
That the false copyright strikes on
like
DSP
here.
Gaming will be
I don't know what it is.
I can tell you the whole story about them. And then it's the premiere of Splatoon 3 on the first stream. All this starts at 10:45 a.m. Pacific time.
He does talk out of the side of his mouth, doesn't he? It's weird. It's weird as hell.
One last chance to see if we can get matches at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. This week is a great combination of fun stuff, all kinds of new stuff.
Emergency catch up.
Control 1.
Maybe.
It's going to be a good one. Guys, have a great Thursday, and I'll see you.
Oh yeah, you can really see the stroke mouth. Like really, this whole side is drooping. Like this entire side from here down. That's incredible.
When I get back on Friday, be safe. Peace out. What's going on?
Yeah, the stroke face is fucking strong, dude. All right, so we did that one. The wow, it's big one. All right, let's go.
He got away. I got him. Oh!
It could be some kind of palsy, just cause. Absolutely. Facial paralysis, you can have plenty of palsies, like Bell's palsy is a common cause of facial paralysis. Is this? Yeah, this is the Stick It to the Trolls in the AM. I love this one. I love this one. This one's so funny.
What's up, everyone? I've got some really positive news. Those
eyes
positive.
are bugging out.
I wanted to do a short about it so you know about it right away.
Those eyes are bugging out so hard.
After weeks of ongoing nonsense, all of the false copyright strikes against DSP Gaming have been removed. It took a while, but we got it done. This is a huge win for those of us who stand up for the...
I also want to point out he didn't do anything. He sat for 2 weeks and waited for them to... Like, literally waited for them to clear. He just waited 2 weeks for them to clear. We didn't get anything done. Here, let's go back. I'm sorry. Let's go back to the beginning because he says something really fun in here.
What's up, everyone? I've got some really positive news. That's so positive, I wanted to do a short about it so you know about it right away. After weeks of ongoing nonsense, all of the false copyright strikes against DSP Gaming have been removed. It took a while, but we got it done. This is a huge win for those of us who stand up for the law.
Stand up for the
Put
law.
up with trolls trying to take down people with false copyright strikes. I am going to have the full story about what happened, including the videos in question and how they got claimed and how they got cleared up on tomorrow's episode of the Level 1 podcast.
You sat around. You literally sat around.
Right here on DSP Gaming. You are not going to want to miss it. It's probably going to be one of the most watched episodes of the podcast ever because trolls have lost. This is a big win for us, and I can't wait to stick it to them in the AM. So I'll see you then.
Stick it to him in the AM. Yeah. Stick it to me. Yeah. It is a very unsettling face. Again, I want to point out he did nothing. He sat for 2 weeks waiting for the strikes to clear. He did actually nothing. Like nothing. Less than nothing. Anything else in here? Oh, he's got the Blanca shirt on. Schedule. Oh, it's a Jasper short. All right, let's go.
Jasper Kitty, how am I supposed to play Earthbound if you're in my seat? Jasper, that's my chair to stream, not you. You can play straight leg.
Jasper's pissed, by the way. If you look at the way his legs are positioned and the way he's thumping his tail, he's pissed. Like, the body language of this cat is that he wants Phil to go away. He literally wants Phil to go away.
Later.
All right, see you later, Alexander Kelly.
Jasper, come on, get up. Jasper Kitty.
Yeah, Jasper's pissed. He just wants Phil to leave him. He literally wants Phil to shut up. Leave him alone. Jasper is a cute cat, though. I'll give him that. Earthbound. No, it's all schedule. He didn't do any. Oh, is this when he calls Jasper Derek? Oh, it is.
You guys always say you want Jasper Cam. You can have Jasper Cam. There you go. Look. I can't even get it. I'm fishing for kitties. I'm fishing for kitties.
Say it. Say his name.
Come on. Come on, Jasper Kitty. What'd you say? He said something. What'd you say?
Say his name.
Yes. This is what you guys want. You tune in for Jasper Cam. Jasper Cam.
I don't know.
Jasper gets
Some
his
weird
prey.
music
Oh,
that
he's walking
his
away with his prey.
editors
He's walking away.
added.
Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? He went back to the chair.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
Meth Bear
God.
says,
Walk
I
away with
remember
his
remember
bag.
he cleared up the community strikes by editing out the offensive
Derek
material.
loves these toys.
So he
Derek
wins,
loves
I guess.
Derek Jasper
Derek.
loves the toy, not Derek.
All right, I think yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock. I'm gonna call it there. Actually, like I said, this was never gonna be a super long stream. Just wanted to make sure everything worked. Thank you for watching and playing along. I plan to do a politics roundup if it's decent, depending on what comes out. I'm gonna listen to Detractor Beam tomorrow. I want to thank all of them and ALT for their service, because that's going to be one hell of a stream to get through. But I plan to do a roundup or a something on Friday night. If there's no political roundup, I will pick a This Is How You Don't Play, and I'll watch that. And I'll probably stream Death Stranding on Logan K on Saturday. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out for my return stream with the new Kando. It was a fun time, and I'll see everybody next time. Until then, I'll see you guys again. Bye-bye. Let me get... Where's the music? I got to get some music. Bye, everybody.
My stupid ass, dumb fuck, life-wasting, loser, mouth-drooling, brainless, dickless, ballless, soulless, mindless idiots of trolls have decided to stalk me every time that I play Street Fighter. I just want you to think about this. There's a detractor meme about steaks. They're using names like Porterhouse and T-Bone to jump on a steak meme. Yes, they actually think there is a steak meme worth repeating. These people actually made a running meme about steaks. There's no steaks. There's no fucking steaks ever. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and you need to stop brainwashing yourself into believing it. There must be steaks when you play. I can't wait to see Phil get his ass whooped to Street Fighter today, and he's gonna lose all his ranking points. I can't wait to fuck you. No adult would care about